Hello, I'm Charlie and I'm moving to Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. I genuinely can't believe it. I found out like 2-3 days ago. I can't even get my words out. This is the first time I'm saying it out loud. This is the first time I'm telling anyone. I'm telling the camera right now. I genuinely can't believe it. I'm so grateful. I genuinely can't believe my dream's coming true. So in today's video I'm going to tell you everything about my Disney HQ, Disney head office Hammersmith interview. My previous video should be my Yummy Jobs interview, talking about all of that. And today I'm going to talk about my Hammersmith interview, which happened literally last week. I found out 7 days later. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I genuinely can't get my head around it just yet. But I'm going to tell you everything about the interview, okay? I'm going to try and keep it concise, but I know this video is probably going to be long, so stick with me. I'm going to go in as much detail as possible. So let me just get started before I ramble on. So, before you actually get to the interview, there's a lot of things you have to do. And I wrote this down, so let me let you know. Oh gosh, I didn't realise it was that much. So, the first step is you'll get an email from Yummy Jobs after you get your yes. And you will have to upload your CV, cover letter, and make an account with Disney. So, it seems a bit confusing. It's not. It's just because everything's going to transfer over to Disney now because they're taking care of you now. But you're still with Yummy Jobs, but Disney are recruiting now. So you need to upload your CV, your cover letter, make an account with Disney, and it will say you're on step 1 of the application progress. Don't stress at all, because as things move along, you will move up them steps. So the first step, application, then it moves on, then it will move to interview in the next like few days / weeks before you have your interview, okay? So 9 PM on a Friday night, an email checklist came out. Everyone was not expecting it on a Friday night, especially 9 PM. People were out clubbing, people were out at the pub. It was a big stress because we knew emails were coming out about our interview times. So everyone was literally on there because the interview times, once they're gone, they're gone. So if you want a specific day, you've got to be fast. If you want a specific time, you've got to be fast, because they don't choose for you, you choose for yourself this time. This was just a checklist email. So what you had to do is you had to log in with your account and you'd be given a checklist of all the roles that you were offered. So it was food and beverage, merchandise, kid cart, and there was loads of others in Epcot in the parks, but they said don't worry about them. But I'm pretty sure almost everybody ticked every single one just to show we were keen. And actually in the interview, my interviewer did mention that. I'll come to that in a bit. At the end of that document, it was time to book your interview slot. We said in the group chat that we'll try and get the same day, and we did. It is so fast, it is so competitive, it happens so fast. It doesn't give you a chance to double check. It goes so fast, genuinely. And it was Friday night, Gogglebox was on the TV. I was just on my phone stressing. But it's fine, it worked out alright in the end. I booked myself for the first interview day, which was the Wednesday, and so did others, and my time slot was 11:30 till 12:30. And then you will be brought up to DOC, Disney Doc, which is a new not a new website, but it will be a new website for you, and it's your opportunity to upload your CV. No, it's not your CV. You need to upload your passport, and you need to upload some other things. I think it is your CV and cover letter and your passport, I'm pretty sure. You need to scan your passport in, and if it isn't scanned in properly, they'll delete it and ask you to do it again. So don't worry about doing it right, they will let you know if it's wrong. So on the docs page, if anything's wrong on there, they will just come back at you and reject it and then ask you to send it again. So don't worry if it's wrong, because it'll most likely, there's a problem with the scan that you've sent in. I scanned it all on my phone and it worked out absolutely fine. For now, but we'll see. But yeah, so don't worry about it if it does come back. You wait for your interview day. And I actually was in London the day before my interview, and I was like, oh my god, tomorrow's the day. I haven't heard anything else from Disney or Yummy Jobs. And then I got an email from Yummy Jobs saying Congratulations, you've made it this far. Here are directions to the Disney headquarters. So they sent you in an email package some directions, and they also told you to bring photo ID, which I didn't know until that day. Thank God I took it with me in London. I had my driver's license. And they told you about the bag policy, which was, they told us that our bags would be searched and to keep them on us at all times, things like that. So, like I just said, I went to London the day before. I stayed in London Wembley this time. For my pre-screen, I stayed near London Euston, but I don't know what was happening in London that time, but hotels were so much more expensive. It was a good £50 to £100 more to stay anywhere in London this time around. So I stayed a bit further out at Wembley. It was absolutely fine. I'll insert some footage now. Hello, I'm currently in Ibis Hotel. I look rough. I'm currently in Ibis Hotel in Wembley. Tomorrow I have my... Sorry, the bed looks a mess. I've literally just got into my hotel room. Tomorrow I've got my Disney headquarters interview. I am really nervous. I'm knackered. I've had a busy day in London. I have done so much walking. I literally have no energy. I've just eaten a Subway. I'm gonna chill here for about half an hour. I've just hung up my suit. And then I'm just gonna go for a little walk around Wembley. I know they've got some nice shops and things. And I'm just gonna wind down for the night because I am tired. So, hotel-wise, hotels were just so expensive today. I don't know what happened, but compared to a month ago, when we had our pre-screen interviews, hotels have just gone up by £50 minimum. Like, some people are paying over £100 more just to get a hotel room. So I've travelled a little bit more out than central London. I'm in Wembley, which is central London, but it's not as close as I could have got it. Yeah, and I'm staying at Ibis this time. Last time I stayed at a Premier Inn. Ibis, no complaints, absolutely lovely. It's lovely. I know it's the one by Wembley, so it is probably going to be good, but it was cheaper than my Premier Inn in Euston. So, no complaints so far. It's a double bed, it's a bigger bed. I only had a single bed last time. I've got hours, it's only like 6 PM. It's only 6 PM. I don't know what to do. The room's cold. I've put the heating on, but it's not heating up yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. There's no rush. Yeah, like I said, it was absolutely perfect. Honestly, I was a bit worried about being further out, but it wasn't as far as I was from Epping, and I got there fine on the day. So let me take you to the day. So, of course, I got the tubes there, and we all said we were going to meet in the Costa in the Hammersmith shopping centre. Now, I was very confused because a lot of it does not show up on Google Maps, and especially the shopping centre is like under the ground, like indoors. When you're there, it's absolutely easy. Genuinely, like, I came out of the tube and the Costa was right next to me. Like, there was a Krispy Kreme box store, and on the other side was the Costa. I didn't see that, of course. So I just keep walking straight forward down the shopping centre, and I bump into Alana, and we're like, hey, how are you? And then we were just like freaking out, and then we were walking around, and then we finally make it to the Costa. And it's so good because there's so many familiar faces. Everyone is just, hey, oh my god. Like, it's like greeting an old friend because you all met each other at the pre-screen and you're just seeing those familiar faces again. It is amazing. And of course you're meeting new people because new people might not have been on your time slot for the pre-screen, but you're meeting them and then they're joining your group, and it's just an amazing, because everyone's in the same boat. It's just genuinely, I think the best part about the experience is meeting the people. Genuinely, it is so valuable, and I said that for the pre-screen. It sounds so crazy flying and travelling so far to London, I know, but when you're there you truly love it. And I didn't want to go home because talking to everyone, making friends, it was just amazing. So it was time for us to go to the HQ. Very nervous. We get there and it's a big round one of them push doors that spin around, the carousel doors. I hate them, and I said that literally, but as I'm about to walk in, I hate these. Anyway, I literally go through, I step into the lobby, the entrance, and the security guard comes over to me and goes, I can't remember what he said now, but he said something like, oh, you're gonna have to go out and wait outside, because it was, like, genuinely, like, it was packed, because there was 3 events going on our day. Anyway, so he kind of, I didn't even get a chance to get out of the carousel. He literally just, like, pushed me back in. So I come out and I go back in and I go outside, and I'm, like, left outside. Everyone else is inside. I'm like, no! And then everyone else, I don't know if they were kicked out or they just came out to join me, but thank you so much for those that joined me. And then we were outside in the cold for a bit, but we saw Gok1, the Gok1, and he was doing an event there at Disney. There was a lot going on our day. Anyway, and then as time was going on, a few people were brought in at a time, and we had to go up to the main check-in desk, and we'd get our IDs. All we had to do was say our name and then to print off our IDs. It took ages, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say get there a good 45 minutes before they said meet at 9:30. We got there for 9, but I'd say get there a bit earlier just in case. We didn't get in trouble for that because of course it was nothing to do with us. But just do it just in case. And then we got our lanyards. I can't believe we got to keep them. Genuinely, this is my prized possession. I'm not ever gonna like wear it anywhere. It's just gonna be mine for life. We got to keep these, but we didn't get to keep like the little slip, but I remade mine on like Microsoft Word just because, for memories. So yeah, this is, oh my god, amazing. This made the whole trip worthwhile, getting this Disney lanyard that says the Walt Disney Company. I don't know if you can see. Genuinely life goals. As you were signing in, they were bringing a few people upstairs. So on previous years, they go to the cinema that's in there, and we were so excited to go there, but unfortunately it was in use. So we were brought up to a cafeteria, which was very makeshift. They brought up like a podium to kind of do a seminar in the cafeteria, and there was music playing in there, so that was a bit distracting. But we come up the stairs, and Rick met us. So I'm going to describe the people that were there. So Rick met us. So it was this lovely gentleman, and he goes, hello guys, and then he passed us on to Roy, and I didn't know who these people were. No one knows who these people were at this moment. I just thought they were cast members that worked in Disney headquarters and like assisted these events. And then Roy instantly goes, hey, and I go, oh hello, you okay? And he goes, I love your suit. And I go, oh thank you so much, I love your cardigan, because he had this Donald Duck cardigan on. I was like, you look amazing. Anyway, he goes, oh have an amazing time, and he's walking us into the cafeteria. He goes, have an amazing time, make some great friends, go and take a seat. And I was like, oh my god, everyone's so nice here. Little did I know he was one of the interviewers, and Rick, they were the interviewers, and I made an amazing first impression with Roy. Like, I didn't know, I just thought he was like a cast member that worked in the building. Anyway, it just shows how lovely everyone is. I want to let you know that everyone is so lovely. Anyway, so we sit down in the cafeteria. Yvette, who is the head of recruitment for Disney International programs, she was there, and she's kind of asking questions while everyone's joining, because people are like, it's taking ages. We are so overrun at this point. So while everyone's coming in little bits, she's just answering questions, kind of talking to everyone, getting to know us, trying to break the ice with us. Anyway, and then once everyone was in the cafeteria, she was talking through everything in full detail. She had like the PowerPoint slides, and she was just going over the program, showing us videos. We all know pretty much everything already, but she's telling us some things that we don't know, like an English statement, which I'll talk about in my next video, because I'm going to do a video about all documents that we need to do to try and help you guys. But yeah, she's talking about so much stuff, and it's all just buzzing around out the room. Like, genuinely, everyone's feeling the magic at this point. Yvette was absolutely iconic, genuinely. She was talking to us like we were human beings. I don't know if you've like worked in like a corporate job or a job where there's people from head office or anything, and like normally the vibe is that, oh, they're so much better than you. They're like looking down on you. They just feel like they're better than you, and they're talking to you like you're a number. Yvette was amazing. She treated us like human beings. She was kind of talking to us. She was making jokes. She wasn't taking it too seriously. Yvette, if you're watching, amazing. Genuinely, so nice, so human. And I just thought, oh, she's lovely. What an amazing example. Everyone, Rick, Roy and Yvette, amazing examples of Disney cast members. How amazing. And Alexis from Yummy Jobs and Jason from Yummy Jobs was there. I had no, I'm sorry Jason if you're watching, but I had no idea Jason was the CEO of Yummy Jobs. And he was there. I didn't know he was the CEO of Yummy Jobs, but he was absolutely lovely. I'll come up to a story about him in a second. Anyway, once that seminar was done, we were all told that if your time slot isn't before lunch, get out of there, because they were running so late. So they kept the 2 people before lunch. At this point it was gone 11:30, so our time slot would have started, and the first time slot was missed out. So they took people upstairs. Our floor was the sports floor, the ESPN floor. I'm a little disappointed because I'm not a sporty person at all. And I know other days got like the monorail room and things like that, so a little bit jealous. We all had time to spend in the cafeteria talking to everyone and we're getting pictures. I got so many pictures, I'm going to insert them now. I just was like, I'm never going to be here again. Let's just make the most of this experience. Oh, amazing, amazing. It's so amazing to be there, genuinely. Alexis from Yummy Jobs will come down to the cafeteria and she will bring up like 5 people at a time. So it's a working building, there are people working, so they're kind of keeping us away from where people are working. So that's why you're kind of moving around the building a bit, because they don't want large groups being loud. And she did say like, please keep the volume down. Me and Freya did not get that memo. Well, we did, but me and Freya are very loud. Not very loud, but we're very chatty. Anyway, I've got so much to tell you. I'm literally buzzing telling you. So we were brought up to the ESPN floor and I was following Jason from Yummy Jobs and he brought us into a boardroom. There was 5 of us in the boardroom and it literally looked like an Apprentice boardroom, like from The Apprentice. And we're all just cracking jokes like, oh my god, like we feel like we're on The Apprentice right now. And Jason actually did sit with us. Right, I don't know where this cut off, but we were brought into a boardroom and I was sat next to Jason from Yummy Jobs and I was a little bit intimidated, but we were talking and we made a joke about like a Greg's being in the UK pavilion and like we're all just joking around. And then from then a few people were moved from that room into the corridor, and when you're in the corridor that is the last place we were going to be before our interview. Yeah, very scary. So the nerves are coming, we're like using hand sanitizer because we don't want to like shake hands with like wet hands from sweating. And yeah, and then Ellie had a little notebook filled with questions, like Disney questions, like trivia. And we were asking them and like, oh, it was just, genuinely, I had the best experience at Disney headquarters. Genuinely, I'm going to carry it with me for life. These experiences with these people, I just want to work with them so bad. Oh, anyway, where are we? So, me and Freya were the last ones to be brought out from our time slot. So our whole time slot, 11:30 to 12:30, was interviewed at this point. It was just me and Freya left. We were brought in the corridor, we're feeling nervous. We're like, who wants to go first? And then we worked out, I'm gonna go next. And in comes Roy, who wants to go next? And I'm like, well, it's me. And Roy is the person with the cardigan from us coming up the stairs and I complimented it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. What are the chances? First of all, he was lovely, so I wanted him anyway. But also, I had that amazing first impression. Like, he had an amazing first impression of me. It just couldn't have gone any better. He is so nice, genuinely. And literally, we're walking to the interview room and he's already talking to me like, oh, there's a coronation coming up, isn't there? And I'm like, yeah, there is. Katy Perry's singing in it. Like, we're already chatting. Like, it's just, oh, Roy, if you're watching, you are genuinely the most amazing person ever. Genuinely, if you get Roy interviewing you, your worries are casted aside. He is so nice. Roy, you are amazing, a legend. He was, oh, beautiful. 10 out of 10, genuinely. I'm freaking out right now. Right, let's go to my notes because I've got so many notes and I haven't even looked at one of them. Okay, so there was about 60 of us in total. I think over 3 days there was 150 people being interviewed. Yvette did say that most of us will be waitlisted because she hasn't got the labour costs for next year yet. And there's only a few slots left for this year, and that is a few in October, a few in November, not many in December. So most of us, if we get through, we will be waitlisted and sent next year. Yeah, so in the interview room, it was just Roy, a Disney Mickey Mouse toy, and it was a Beefeater Mickey Mouse. And we did actually say, oh, is that going to be an interview question? Like, are we going to be told to sell it? So we were there like, oh, I love the Beefeater pub. And everyone was like laughing because Beefeater pub, if you come to England, maybe that's not the place to go. No offense. Yeah, and then he is there. He has his laptop in front of him. He was typing throughout the interview. I don't know what he could see. I don't think he had our CVs open. I genuinely don't, because everything just felt like he was bouncing off of me. He was kind of a suggestive interviewer. Like, he kind of suggested the answers that I should give him. Not in a way, like, I'll give an example. So he'd say, oh, what do you think about the sun? I like to think it's quite, like, I like to think the sunshine makes you a happier person. Like, he kind of started off my answer for me, which was amazing, genuinely. And it just felt like a conversation. It didn't feel like an interview. I'm going to say that. Don't be stressing at all. The interview questions were not hard. They're not even harder than the Yummy Jobs. I'd say they were easier. I was asked about my favourite Disney film, Disney character. It's just, I'm going to tell you right now, it is just to see you and see how you would interact with the guests, see how you'd be able to talk about yourself, talk about your hometown. They're just trying to see how you'd be in the park. So do not worry at all. As long as you do your best, that's all you can do. Yeah, so don't worry. Roy was iconic. The questions weren't too hard at all. They were just trying to get to know us, talked about our work experience, things like that. So don't stress at all. Don't worry. Genuinely, I've got you. So he asked me about my checklist. He said, oh wow, like, you've checked off a lot. It seems like you're up for anything. And I kind of said, yeah, I am. Like, my skills are transferable for anything. I would say food and beverage is the one I'm most likely suited for. And he said, amazing, got you down. So he put me down for food and beverage. And then at the end he said, how are you going to celebrate today? Which threw me off guard, because I was like, I should be celebrating. And I'm like, I'm going home. I'm going home. I've been in London for 2 days. I am knackered. I went around all the art galleries like the day before, so I told him, like, I'm going to show my mum all the pictures. So I've got so many pictures from all the art galleries. So I was like, oh, I'm going to show my mum all the pictures, like the London culture that I've been learning the last few days. And he was like, oh, amazing. Oh, it was just so good. I literally stepped out of that interview and I was like, that went amazing. It went so well. And then me and Freya were waiting outside for each other, and then we were brought down, and then Jason from Yummy Jobs, he got pictures of us all in front of like the booze door, which were the lifts. The lifts are all got like different designs on, and the little corridor, we got pictures. Like, oh, it was amazing. Genuinely, I didn't get a picture with the Mickey though. The diamond encrusted Mickey, I didn't get a picture of it or with it, because there was so much happening in the lobby area. The chairs were all in front of it anyway. There was just so much happening, I just didn't have a chance, and I'm so heartbroken. Hopefully I will be there again in the future, I don't know. But maybe the pixie dust will take me there again, we'll see. But yeah, I didn't get a picture this time around. But then we signed out, we literally had to give back that slip, and then we just go home. But I come out the lobby and Daisy, Ellie, Josh were waiting for us outside, and we're literally like saying, how did yours go? And then we're just kind of conferring. Of course, some people are going to feel bad at this moment. Some people overthink everything. So it's important just to stay neutral. Say, oh, it went well. Thank you so much. Not to show off, even though I feel like I definitely kind of did show off, but not in a showing off way, more in a like, oh, I'm so happy with how it went. But just be mindful that some people are not going to feel as happy as you. So just try and rein it in. I definitely needed to be told that, because you know, when you're on that high and rush, when you come out, you're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, try and rein it in if you can, because there's people around you that are probably not going to feel as happy as you. So that's just a little hint, just kind of keep that in your mind, just to be mindful of other people. And then a few of us went to Costa afterwards and kind of did a debrief, and then we went home, and then that was it. That was my day in Disney headquarters. It is amazing, and I've got the lanyard to show for it. And also they did say that this was the world's most applied for Disney job. Like, I don't know ever, but they did say this was the most applied for Disney job in the world. So no pressure if you're going to apply, but it just makes us feel more better that we beat the odds. We can go the distance, we beat all those people, we made it that far. That's an achievement in itself. So if we are unsuccessful from this moment, look at how far we've come. Like, that's an achievement in itself. Even to get to the Yummy Jobs pre-screen, like, stage, you've done so well. Then, emails. So currently, at this moment in time, 14 people have had emails. And I'm one of those 14 people. I don't know what's happening. I'm guessing those ones for the rest of this year are being sent out. So my start date is this November. I have not told anyone. Like I said, no one in my family or friends knows at this point. I'm going to tell everyone a little bit closer to the date. I don't want to stress them. I don't want to worry them. Yeah, my family are going to be absolutely kind of nervous. So I'm not going to tell them too soon because I don't want them to stress or worry. But yeah, I am so excited. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. I'm moving to Walt Disney World. I'm moving to Walt Disney World. I'm going to live there. I'm going to be a cast member. I'm going to get a little cast member name badge. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to make another video. My next video should be all details about paperwork, because there's a lot of paperwork involved. I've already paid like my program costs, English statement, loads of those things. So I'm going to do a video on everything you need to do. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so, so much. Please subscribe for more videos. I'm going to make so many. Thank you so much. I can't believe it. I'm moving to Walt Disney World. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Bye.